With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network as we are back presenting to you the OP Racing Grand National Series here on Wednesday night as Season 9 kicks off right here at Daytona. Qualifying is underway. The first car, it's trucks tonight. Ooh, I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes on that. Our first truck across the start-finish line to set that stopwatch in motion is Sean Stevens in this Wow Video Tours 27. He is on the clock. He is on the back stretch, making his way down that long straightaway. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me here tonight. My name is KR Stolfus, and I will be your host for 18 races throughout our Wednesday night series as the 27 gets ready to make his way around. He is going to be the first one to cross the start-finish line. And the 27 hosts a time at a 52.14. Zach Workman in the 19 making his way around. Todd Poston in the 777/6 into fourth place. JD Crow now, oh man, they're coming in too fast for me to talk about. So we're just going to do the best we can. Hey, look, this guy is on the backstretch. That is Vicente Guerrero in the 14. He makes his way through turns 3 and 4. Sebastian Marin taking the top spot at a 51.86. He is the fastest truck by far. Huge jump between Marin and Mitzel as the 14 drops down to the inside across the start-finish line. And Vicente gonna put himself into 13th spot. Here comes Nathan Warren in the 42. Nathan on the clock in that black and yellow 42. So Sebastian Marin holding on to the top spot. DJ Mitzel, Tyler Miller in the 24, Cody Nagels, Shane Posey, your top 5 for the moment. The 15 of Jeff Crosby making his way out onto the speedway. That Sunoco 15 machine down on the apron, doing all he can to gain some speed. DK Anderson in the 903, working his way through 3 and 4. He is on the clock. This is his qualifying effort. He is trying to top a 51.85 by Sebastian Marin. I don't know about you guys, but Sebastian Marin laid down a heck of a qualifying lap to be a 1/10 of a second faster than the rest of the field. Somebody needs to claim that engine out of the 23. Les Levy posts himself in the top 10. Chris McCullough shutting it down. Right now he finds himself in 22nd. We have quite the full field, but for whatever reason, my timing and scoring will not shuffle through. I have some things to work through on my end, so for everybody, I apologize, but we are stuck in the top 20 here tonight because not a whole lot is working correctly. Gabe Butler in the 88 out on the speedway. Gabe Butler, known driver from Monday night. Here he is down on the bottom across the start finish line in the 88. Going to post a time good enough for 14th spot. Bob Lacavera in the 11 on the back stretch making his way to the timing and scoring line to begin his first lap time. The 04 of Mark Mann on the throttle and working his way to the checkered flag for his qualifying effort. As the 04 comes off of turn number 4 and onto the front stretch, Sebastian Marin at a time of 51.85, and the 04 across the line, good enough for 6th at a 51.97. Logan Helton, 51.95. So Sebastian Marin really catching this field out early in that pole position. Seems like nobody has an answer for the 23. Tim Mayer in the 95 out on the speedway. On the clock right now is the 47 of Richard Kuhn, as we are coming up on 3 minutes 30 seconds left in qualifying time. 26 drivers have posted a time. So Richard Kuhn in the 47 across the start finish line. He is going to jump up in the 15th spot. He shuts it down. He's done with his qualifying effort. Dave Hunt from Buck Wild Racing. On his outlap, he's trying to get up to speed in that 53. Dave Hunt joined by Bob Lacavera and Sean Stevens for Buck Wild Racing. Out of North Lake, Texas, the 53 is now officially on the clock. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 out on the speedway. His father has already posted a time, and that is Jeff Crosby Sr., currently scored in 22nd. But as the 33 crosses the start finish line, Jeff Crosby Jr. up into 18th place. James Mayer into 15th. Kenton McCullough in the 03 out on the speedway. As we're getting close to 2 minutes left in this qualifying time, McCullough on the front stretch. This is his timed lap, and across the start finish line he goes. And McCullough going to move up inside the top 10. That 03 scored in 9th place for the moment. So with all that being said and done, the track has gone quiet. We are going to step away for the national anthem, and we will be back right after this for tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers are starting to take to the grid for tonight's starting lineup. So let's get right into this one, as we have 38 drivers to get through. On the inside of row number 1, laying down the fastest lap time at a 51.855. That is the 23 of Sebastian Marin. To his outside, that is the 61 of DJ Mitzel. Row number 2 will be the 24 of Tyler Miller on the inside, and Cody Nagels in the 6 on the outside of row number 2. Row number 3 will be the 63 of Logan Helton and the 04 of Mark Mann. Row number 4, Shane Posey in the 83, and to his outside, well, that's the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Row number 5, that is the 03 of Ken McCullough, and on the outside, the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Row number 6, David Booth in the 77, and the outside of row 6, that is the 903 of BK Anderson. Row 7, the 62 of Les Levy on the inside, and Zach Workman in the 19, scoring a qualifying time good enough for 14th spot. Row 8, Peter DeBorgia in the 40, and James Mayer on the outside. Row number 9, Richard Kuhn in the 47, and Donald Stewart in the 78. Row number 10 will be the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. and the 88 of Gabe Butler. Row number 11, JD Crow in the 5, and Eric Laurie in the 071. Row number 12, Bob Lacavera in the 11, and Vicente Guerrero, aka We Do It For Family, in the 14 on the outside of row number 12. Jeff Crosby Sr. on the inside of row number 13. Nathan Warren in the 42 on his outside. Josh Milam in the 7 on the inside of row 14. Sean Stevens to the outside. Row 15 will be the 53 of Dave Hunt and the 777/6 of Todd Poston. Row number 16, Alex Green in the 3, and Chris McCullough in the 60. Rick Seabrands in the 4, and Ernie Williams Jr. in the 91 for row number 17. Jared Forbes and Lynn McNeese in our row number 18, and row 19 will be Richard Sanchez and the 94 of Adam Evans. As the field makes its way onto the front stretch, here we go for the first time in season number 9, the 23 of Sebastian Marin leads the field to the green flag, and away we go. Hard on the throttle into turn number 1. 38 race cars, all trying to pile in to the same spot, all of them with the same goal in mind, trying to win this race. Peter DeBorgia in a throwback paint scheme to honor the previous season champion of Jeff Crosby Jr. Drops down to the inside. We'll talk a little bit more about the paint jobs that we see here tonight. So as Sebastian Marin in the 23 Nexus machine makes his way around the triangle, he is going to lead the first lap here tonight as the drivers start to settle in. Going to be an exciting 175 miles. See if this is going to work. I hope it does. Looks like it's going to. Wasn't working earlier. I tried to work on it. I think I got it. tell you what, one truck that is working, that is the 23 of Sebastian Marin. He is out in the front, but one car we have to watch out for, well, that is the 23 of Adam Evans. He has already gained 13 spots from the start of this race. Right now, he is our biggest mover of the race. So Adam Evans in that 94, also laying down the fastest lap time. Granted, not everyone is up to full speed just yet as far as lap times are concerned, but that 94 showing some early promise here in the opening laps of this race. I want to give a shout out to everyone in YouTube chat. How you doing, Roger? Bill Crosby Jr. chiming in as well. As I mentioned, we have an 18 race season here on Wednesday night. 12 race regular season. And then playoffs or the chase, whatever you want to call it. That's going to kick off for race number 13, where we will take our top 16 drivers from this series. And we'll go 3 races in the round of 16. And after that, we will whittle it down to the top 8 drivers. We'll go 2 races. Then it'll culminate all the way into November 2nd. The first Monday night of November will be our championship race, where the final 4 drivers will go for a championship. So I hope you all stick around for all of that throughout this 18 race season. Miss Mara chiming in. How you doing, Mara? Glad to see you. Cody Nagels in the 6, making a move to the outside, drops down to the bottom. We saw the 61 of DJ Mitchell in the Maxwell House blue and white machine lead for a few laps. And now, as soon as Miss Mara says hi, well, Mark Mann must have heard it. It's her man, Miss Mara's man, on the throttle and gets out in front. She is cheering for the 04 here tonight. Doing my pre-race grid walk, I did not get a chance to talk to Mark Mann in the 04. So I don't have a whole lot to report on him, but I did get to talk to the truck that is pushing on that back bumper, and that is the 6 of Cody Nagels. Limitless Racing out here tonight. It's really not supposed to be called Limitless Racing, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We were cutting it up amongst each other. But Limitless made up of BK Anderson, Cody Nagels, and Vicente Guerrero. There's Cody in the 6. Out in front, he has the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds on his back bumper. Since this is settled down, let's go ahead and break out some race info for this Levy Designs 175 at Daytona. It is season 9. It is an 18 race season. There is one stage at the halfway mark. That will be the completion of lap 175. I'm sorry, at the completion of lap 35. I don't know why they want me to broadcast this stuff and call their races, but here we are. And there is one fast repair available throughout this night. Fastest lap of the race being turned by Richard Sanchez in the 510. Sanchez up 15 spots from where he took the green flag, so he is working his way forward. Adam Evans and Todd Poston both have gained 18 spots from the start of this race, so 2 drivers digging hard to work their way forward as we start lap 9 of 70. Your race leader is the 04 Mark Man. We have been on the throttle and wide open for 9 laps. Check in on some of the drivers at the back here. That is the 700 of Lynn McNeese. He is tucked in behind the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. We talked a little bit about Peter DeBorgia running a tribute paint scheme to the previous season champion. He is running one to Jeff Crosby Jr. We'll get a good look at the tail end of that 40 as we ride on board with Lynn McNeese. As the field makes its way down the back stretch to Peter DeBorgia. Running that extra life number 40. Jeff Crosby, if you guys have followed OP Racing on Monday nights and Wednesday nights for sure, you would have seen Crosby in his race car. Throughout the paint schemes that he has had, all have some sort of Harry Gant throwback paint scheme, if you will. Now Peter DeBorgia has put his spin on it to try and give tribute to the champion from the previous season, Jeff Crosby Jr. Sebastian Marin in the 23, stuck on the high side right now. He's trying to just keep that truck out of the wall. Nobody going up to the top side with him just yet. But he is going to have to find somewhere to slot in. Start following the line and try and regain all the lost ground. Contact with the 94. Adam Evans clipped him going into the corner. Both drivers keep it straight and are able to continue on. Cody Nagels in the 6th is your race leader. Alan Fritsch chiming in. He's cheering for the driver of the 12. That is old Fritchie. Let's see if we can figure out where Mr. Fritchie is. I'm looking at the back of the field because that's where he should be, but I'll tell you what, this 12 machine looking very strong. Running second car in the outside lane. Old Zach. Right behind him, that is the Fruity Pebbles 903 of BK Anderson. And then BK Anderson has the 6/777 of Todd Poston on his back bumper. As the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds makes the move to the inside. A lot of trucks starting to drop down to the inside lane, and here's why. Green flag pit stops are underway. The Limitless family is hitting pit road with BK Anderson and Cody Nagels. Vicente Vin Diesel Guerrero finds himself still out on the track and inside the top 10, so Limitless. A 3-car effort here tonight. 2 of them on to pit road. Go ahead and jump on board with the driver of the 14. He is behind Tyler Miller in the 24. He's going to peel off for pit road. Looks like a very aggressive entry, but not as aggressive as the 23 of Sebastian Marin. Marin, if he doesn't get a penalty, will have gained 15 spots on that pit stop entry alone. But with this cycle Only 14 trucks are out on the speedway, and it has given the lead to Logan Helton in the 63. Holy cow, what an entry on the pit road for Sebastian Merritt. And he is down and away and already getting that truck up to speed, so no penalties for the 23. What an outstanding pit stop entry that 23 had. Logan Helton, also known for getting all he can on the pit road. The 63 pits from the race lead here at the halfway mark for this stage. Just a little bit short of the halfway. We'll see if everyone can make it on fuel from here. Is Logan Helton down and away. Tries to get up to speed, spins the tires just a little bit. So Logan Helton is your race leader. There you can see a shot of the trucks that are up to full speed. They're making their way into turns 1 and 2. And Cody Nagels in the sixth. And the 04 Mark Mann made quick work of Logan Helton, as everyone has now made a pit stop, and it is a race to the end of the stage. We have been green flagged for the first 16, now make it 17 laps out of 35 here in stage number 1. This stage will end at the completion of lap 35. Everyone has made their pit stops. This field is still seeing all 38 trucks on the lead lap. There is one truck in danger of going a lap down. That is the 60 of Chris McCullough from McCullough Motorsports. He's going to be our first victim here, as this pack is going to swallow him up very quickly. He's going to drop down the inside. A very wise move, a veteran move out of the 60. I'll tell you what, you cannot count this 60 out as long as he is on the lead lap. But still in this race, he's got a shot at winning. He might be a lap down right now, but we might see him fighting for top 5 before this night is over. Fastest lap of the race going to go to Adam Evans at a 46.76. Well, Adam Evans continuing to work his way forward. He has gained 25 spots since the drop of the green flag. So too has the 77.7 of 7.6's Todd Poston 77.6. He said he was going to work on getting that number fixed and all that stuff. And sometimes what the league has entered and what the trading paint scheme looks like with custom numbers, they don't always match up. So I'm giving Todd a little bit of a poke in the ribs, but he's the one who pointed it out to me, so he was asking for it. BK Anderson and the Fruity Pebbles 903 is your race leader. That Toyota out in front, looking very strong. Feds coming on and cheering for the 42 and the 12. Sounds like the Hogs need to get after it. Adrian Warren rooting for Nathan Warren. How you guys doing? Thank you very much for joining us. Oh no, it's the BK Anderson 903 had a big moment there. Gathers it back in, and the Fruity Pebbles falls to 20th spot. And the race lead goes to the 63 of Logan Helton. No caution coming out. Well, that was a big, big moment for this field. We do have the development of 2 packs right now. Our front pack, 20 trucks strong, being led by Logan Helton. The second pack, Richard Sanchez in the 510, leading this group. He's got help from Gabe Butler, Josh Milan. Donald Stewart in the 78 right there as well. One truck trying to work that outside lane as Gabe Butler jumps up there, but that truck was JD Crow in the 5, who I was talking about originally. Eric Glory in the 071 to the high side. And Les Levy in the 62, sporting the Mountains of Levy paint scheme. Do happen to be consuming some flavored water that resembles the paint scheme that the 62 has. We have a few more trucks peeling off for pit road. 23 is Sebastian Marin on the pit road along with Logan Helton. And this will be the final stop for these trucks in stage number 1. That will give the race lead to the 83 of Shane Posey. So Shane Posey in the 83, not going to peel off for pit road, but everyone behind him does. And Jared Forbes, who's going to go a lap down, peeled off for pit road before everyone else did. So now that will just leave us with 10 trucks who have not pitted this time around. Lynn McNeese in the 700 and Eric Laurie in the 071. Bringing up the tail end of this group who has not pitted yet. We go on board with 700 of Lynn McNeese as he works behind the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. All of them are catching up very quickly to Shane Posey in the 83. Posey not hitting pit road this time either. This group of drivers who have the inside and outside lanes covered are making their way onto the back bumper of the 83 of Shane Posey very quickly. Posey goes to the high side, a good move, so to speak. He will get to live to fight another day. Try and hold on to that race lead. We ride on board now with the 53 of Dave Hunt, who is our race leader. He is coming up on the 3 of Alex Green to try and put him a lap down. That is going to be very easy work to put Alex Green 1 lap down, as he has got a lot of help behind him. Alex Green taking 4 tires on that pit stop. So Alex may be throwing away a chance here in stage number 1 as the caution flag has come out. Yellow flag has flown, and there are multiple trucks involved in an issue. Let's see if we can catch what happened. Ken McCullough, Zach Fritsch make contact. The 12 goes up and over. Ken McCullough spinning down to the infield. Take another look at this one as the 12 gets airborne. Zach Workman in the 19 tries to work his way through. Let's go on board with Workman. He makes contact. Take one more look at this as we go on board with the 19 of Workman and watch this contact develop out. That's how fast it happens. So on to pit road comes your race leader, the 53 of Dave Hunt. And we have our first caution of the night here in stage number 1. Logan Helton in the 63 stays out. So with that being said, guys, we're going to step away for a quick moment. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast, often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the pace truck has peeled out of the way, and the 63 of Logan Helton in the restart zone grabs some throttle, and the green flag is back out once again as we try to wrap up stage number 1, our first caution of the night coming to an end. And it finds us with 31 trucks on the lead lap. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17, trying to get caught up to the field. He is the last truck on the lead lap. He finds himself back and behind just a little bit. If he can maintain this pace, he's got a good shot at staying on the lead lap. The 63 of Logan Helton battling with his teammate, the 23 of Sebastian Marin. They both have a Nexus paint scheme. Oh no, and Logan Helton being turned by Peter DeBorgia. Trouble in the corner. Big contact there, several trucks going around, and the yellow flag is going to come out. Peter DeBorgia involved, Logan Helton involved, Sean Stevens, Zach Workman, Lynn McNeese, all of them getting a piece of the action here. We go on board the 88 of Gabe Butler, as he is able to make his way through. Cody Nagel's involved, Peter DeBorgia, Eric Laurie, Sean Stevens, BK Anderson, a lot of trucks getting caught up in this one. Jim Mayer involved. Dave Hunt in the 53 able to squeeze by. So as the yellow flag flies once again, I have a special request to watch an on-board shot. So let's see if I can line this up correctly. Let's go on board with the driver of Logan Helton in the 63. As he was wheeling and dealing, he got through that. We'll take a look behind and see what happens here. His splash and go graphics. He was able to hold on to it and get through all of that. All right, so some tough decisions must be made right now. And so I have made that tough decision. For those of you who have been part of the Turn 3 Racing Network here on Monday nights or Wednesday nights with OP Racing, y'all know that I enjoy cracking a cold flavored water when the 04 of Mark Mann for no particular reason other than just because. Who am I to argue with tradition? He finds himself in second place, so this cold crack is for the original cold crack, the 04 of Mark Mann. Probably should have gone to Les Levy, but who am I to argue with tradition? And that is cold. right, so yellow flag is out. We are working lap 33 of 70. Lights have gone out on the Chevy Silverado. That means that this stage is not done and over with yet. We are going to have a 2-lap shootout. This stage is going to end at the completion of lap 35. So they will take the green flag at lap 34. Gain speed, come around, take the 1 lap to go in the stage signal. Probably a middle finger because NASCAR. And yeah, then the stage ends at the completion of lap 35. I will say if there's another caution, that will end the stage. Maxine Grimes, how you doing? Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. Logan Helton has just survived a horrific crash and assault on that 63. He managed to pull through. It was horrendous. Unbelievable. Couldn't believe anyone would do it. But here we go. Green flag is back out. Just 2 more laps to go in this stage. The 63 trying to find a way to win the first stage of the season and the first race of this season. Can Logan Helton get it done? He has to work with his teammate, the 04 Mark Mann. They are on the outside. They have that throttle stuck wide open. Sebastian Merritt in the 23. He is no slouch to these super speedway races. He finds himself on the bottom inside lane with the 6 of Todd Poston working with him. A little bit of a glitch there. Some timing and scoring. The 24 Tyler Miller being turned. Caution flag is going to come out, and Mark Mann, I think, had the lead when the caution flag came out. We're going to find out here in a minute. But Tyler Miller gets turned through the corner, and the yellow flag flies once again. Richard Sanchez involved, Peter DeBorgia involved, Adam Evans, Rick Searands. All these guys getting a piece of this one. So 2 big crashes in a row. Let's check this out. Tyler Miller in the 24 and Dave Hunt in the 53 going airborne. That Embry-Riddle, and I do believe that is a pilot training school for Embry-Riddle. Well, I hope they taught Dave Hunt how to land correctly because he was pointed to the sky. Take another look here. '15 machine getting a piece of this as well. So a big time crash. And coming on to pit road is the 04 of Mark Mann, our stage winner. Our one and only stage. He hits pit road, pit box, right behind his teammate, the 63 of Logan Helton. How you doing, Michael Guerin? Thank you very much for chiming in. Michael Guerin saying, "Yay, crash, take them all out." I have no idea who he's cheering for or what it's all about. But yeah. Regardless, glad you're here, man. All right, so let's go ahead and talk to our stage winner. That is the driver of the 04. None other than the outstanding, the handsome, the man with the plan. And I'll tell you what, I had just cracked a cold one for you.
Heck yeah, man. Giving me a little bit of luck here. I appreciate the compliments, man. I don't really get them much anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mark, that was an outstanding stage win to get it done. That 04 has been up front for a little bit now and showing some speed. So tell me a little bit about this race. We've had 2 big crashes here in the closing stages of this stage. Allow myself to introduce myself. And man, here you are picking up the win.
Well, dude, there is a lot of heavy hitters in this race tonight from a plethora of different series across iRacing Superspeedway. And I think a lot of the drivers aren't used to each other or know each other, but everybody's kind of getting used to racing around each other. But man, the only place to be right now is in this front few, just trying to stay out of trouble, honestly. We'll see what happens. I always get wrecked out of these things.
Well, Mark, I'll tell you what, Mara is watching as she always does.
Yeah.
So the 04 picks up a stage win, the first stage win of season number 9. What's it gonna take to bring it home to victory lane?
Oh my gosh, it's gonna take some help, that's for sure, and a little bit of luck. Hopefully we get a green flag pit stop and I can hit that pit stop. Looks like we got two pit stops left here. I mean, it comes down to pit road luck and a little bit of help.
All right, well, there you go. The 04 Mark, man, your stage winner, the only stage we have here on Wednesday night. So Mark, shout outs, thank yous, I love yous, I do's. Ask me to marry you, I say I do.
Well, shout out to you in turn 3. Shout out to OP, baby, and shout out to Mara and everybody watching and my teammates.
All right, get it done, Mark, man. And since this is Wednesday night, I forget where I pulled you from.
FSR or Alliance, wherever Rick and Josh and them are.
All right, I'll make it happen.
All right, brother.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, that is Mark Mann, our stage winner. And it's very loosey-goosey for me. I'm not used to this, so I did have to ask where to put him. But the pace truck down and away. Mark Mann gets a huge shot from David Booth in the 77. Alex Green in the 3, who was 1 lap down. He took 4 tires, put the gamble on getting the track position for stage number 2, and it paid off. Alex Green finds himself in the outside lane, being pushed hard by the 63 of Logan Helton. Alex Green in the 3 out front for the first time here tonight. He has gained 30 positions to be your race leader. And man, has he made some moves to make that happen. Alex Green betting it all on a race win. We saw him pit for 4 tires before the end of the stage, gave up that stage points to go for the race win, and he finds himself out in front. The strategy has dropped right into his lap. He is on the inside of the 63 of Logan Helton. Want to give a shout out to Kevin Nagels, as he says, what is up with Marin? He got nailed and nothing. Well, I don't know about you, but if I got a nail in me somewhere, I'd probably be pretty close to nothing as well. Sebastian Marin finds himself all the way back into the field. Right now, 25th spot with 23, having to work through some adversity. Down to the inside, he is right behind the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. I would not count out the 23 of Marin just yet, though. So, Kevin, keep an eye on this driver. We're going to try and work our way through the field and keep every driver in mind as we talk about him. One driver we haven't talked a whole lot about yet. Well, it's an old hat, but I don't think I've said his name in this race yet. Other than his grid position, that's a 4 of Rick Seabrands. Rick Seabrands has gained 19 spots from where he started. And Jeff Crosby Sr. does hit pit road. But Rick Seabrands up 19 spots from where he qualified. Down on the inside lane right now, tucked in tight behind the 53 of Dave Hunt. Your race leader is the 63 of Logan Helton. He battles with James Mayer in the 95. So side by side, off of turn number 4 they come. Right now we have 30 trucks on the lead lap. Jeff Crosby Sr., the last truck on the lead lap as he comes off of pit road. He is trying to get that truck wound up. We'll look out the tail end of it. You see the field make its way off of 2 and on the backstretch as he hits turn number 3. So he has got to get that truck up to speed. He is looking for some help. Logan Helton in the 63 though. Tell you what, this is a driver who runs the Road to Pro Series. This is a driver who has a lot of talent here in iRacing. It's also a gentleman who has put a Turn 3 Racing Network sticker on his go-kart. When he had that go-kart, I don't know if he still has it. I'm gonna be honest, I no longer follow on Facebook. I have a hard time dealing with all that. But I do know at one point that Logan Helton had a Turn 3 Racing Network sticker on a beautiful go-kart of his. And here he is with Nexus on the side of his truck, Splash and Go graphics, and a driver who is challenging in the Road to Pro Series. Whenever it is going down, he is our race leader right now. I can tell you, on Monday nights, ever since Logan Helton joined OP Racing on Monday night, he has been a driver that you have got to deal with because he is a perennial front runner. He is picking up right where he leaves off, out in front. James Mayer in the 95 on the outside. Alex Green in the 3, pushing on the bumper of the 63. Mark Mann, our stage winner, our only stage of the night, going to the 04 of Mark Mann. Third car on the inside line. Shane Posey in the 83. Trying to push on the 95 of Jim Mayer. And then the 61 of DJ Mitzel. Third car in the outside lane. Jeff Crosby Sr. in the 15, dropping down the inside lane. He's going to go a lap down. Chris McCullough in the 60 is our first truck, 1 lap down. He is in a battle with Nathan Warren in the 42 to be the first track as Jeff Crosby, big wiggle out of senior through 3 and 4. But Nathan Warren in the 42 McDonald's machine battling with Chris McCullough to be the first truck, 1 lap down. And Miss Tammy Helton chiming in and letting me know, and I appreciate this, that he still does have, Logan Helton still does have his Turn 3 Racing Network sticker on his go-kart. But the home track has closed, so he has not been racing in a while. Man, I'll tell you what, that's disappointing when your local track closes, your home track closes, or your favorite track. It does make you question what your next step is. I have had my local kart track where I ran on the weekends when I was in go-karts. It closed down, and when it did, wasn't sure what I was gonna do next. So I understand where Logan is at. But Logan, thank you very much for still having Turn 3 Racing Network sticker on that go-kart. As Lynn McNeese goes a lap down, we now have 28 trucks on the lead lap. Jim Mayer in the 95 drops down to the inside as he is now our race leader. Logan Helton, Shane Posey, Alex Green, and DJ Mitzel all in the top 5 with the 04 Mark Mann right there as well. Sebastian Marin in the 23. He is making his way forward. Last time we checked on him, he was down in the latter half of this field. He is now in 15th spot and continuing to work forward. So that 23 has his work cut out for him, but this night is not done just yet. Josh Milo in the 7. First truck, 1 lap down. Sorry, that is incorrect. Josh Milam in the 7 is 1 lap down. In 32nd spot. Not sure what happened to the 7 of Josh Milam to put him 1 lap down. As a one-man pit reporter and commentator, producer, some things are going to slip through the cracks. James Mayer in the 95 is our race leader. Logan Helton in second, pushing on that back bumper right now. Leading the second lane, that is the 83 of Shane Posey. He has a 61 of DJ Mitzel on his back bumper. So we work our way through 3 and 4 with 21 laps to go. Jared Forbes going to go another lap down, and onto pit road comes the 63 and 95. Logan, the kid Helton, doesn't lock the brakes up and gets a good entry onto pit road, and Jim Mayer follows suit. That will give the race lead to the 83 of Shane Posey. DJ Mitzel pushing on that back bumper. Mark Mann in the 04, third truck on the inside line. Got 1 truck on the outside all by themselves. Chris McCullough slides in. He was that truck that was all by himself. And now more trucks hitting pit road. Oh, Jimmy Reynolds in trouble. The 17 of Reynolds going to get turned. So Jimmy Reynolds has a rough time getting onto pit road. He got a little aggressive trying to hit pit lane. Jared Forbes in the 73 and Peter DeBorgia in the 40 working together right now. The 40 is our race leader as they peel off for pit road. They split, and Peter DeBorgia from the race lead hits pit lane. He is pitting by himself and overshoots his pit box. That's going to cost him some time. Of the drivers who have pitted, James Mayer and Logan Helton are leading that group of drivers. Josh Milam just ahead of him. Milam wants to try and stay on the lead lap, as we now have 18 laps to go. The Borgia in the 40, going to get passed by, and the 95 is now your race leader. So the Precision Matthews 95 out in front of this race. DJ Mitchell and Logan Helton battling side by side. Gonna have 17 laps to go this time around. Jeff Crosby Sr. in the 15 Sunoco machine stays to the high side. The 04 Mark Mann, unfortunately, he got caught speeding on his pit stop, so he is now trapped 1 lap down. He is going to need some big time help to get back into this one. First truck 1 lap down, that is Nathan Warren in the 42. He is battling with the 53 of Dave Hunt to be the first truck 1 lap down. However, the 7 of Josh Milam, he's at the tail end of the lead lap. He is the lead truck in this pack. Logan Helton in the 63, working to the outside of the 7. Josh Milam desperate for a caution before the 63 can get out in front of him. Logan Helton, well, he just wants to lead every lap he can. He is going to have that throttle peg. You might as well just go ahead and drop a brick on that throttle pedal, because the 63, he ain't lifting for nothing. Come sideways through the corner, cutting through the grass, upside down, sideways, while upside down. That 63, Logan the Kid Helton on the throttle, no matter the situation. So with 26 trucks on the lead lap, 15 laps to go here in the opening race of season number 9 with the Levy Designs 175. I would like to set up some more and give you guys some insight into what's going to happen here in the closing 14 laps of this race. But I've been a part of OP Racing since the beginning season, and I can tell you, there ain't a whole lot to predict on what's going to happen. Oh my goodness, and here we go. There it is. Unfortunately for Logan the Kid Helton, he is involved. James Mayer's involved. Shane Posey, Tyler Miller. The 42 gets a piece of it. And as I was saying, you never know what's going to happen next. Big crash through turns 1 and 2. JD Crow gonna get a piece of this. And by a piece, I mean he is hard on the binders. He gets through it. Logan Helton in the 63, the 61 of DJ Mitchell. So the big one here late, knocking out some high contenders. On board with Ernie Williams Jr. And Ernie, hard on the binders, just shuts it all down. All right. So timing and scoring is a bit messed up. So we will step away for a quick moment. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got him for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Green flag is back out with 10 laps to go here in race number 1 of season number 9. Out in front, the 19 of Zach Workman. He has worked his pit stop strategy to his favor, and he is out in front. The 14 of Vicente Vin Diesel family. I'm from Limitless Racing. Guerrero rolled the R's 4 times. That's probably going to be the last time I say all those things about him. The 14 of Vicente Guerrero on the back bumper of the 19. Shane Posey in the 83, big wiggle coming off of turn number 4, but he holds on to it. And Workman in the 19 going to lead this lap. We now have 9 laps to go here in the opening race. The Levy Designs 175. Well, that's our scheduled distance, but I have a feeling we're going to end up in extra laps, into overtime, into whatever you want to call it. I don't think we just have 9 laps to go. I think we got a few more after that. Down on the bottom, the 42 goes another lap down of Nathan Warren. Good move by Nathan Warren to hit pit lane or the apron and to stay out of trouble and let the leaders race. We do have 22 trucks on the lead lap. Last truck on the lead lap. That is the beat up. That is the torn up. And that is a sadly misshapen 3 of Alex Green. He is just trying to limp home to the end of this race. That truck has no speed, no aerodynamic advantages. But I'll tell you what, I always appreciate a driver who will not give up. And that is the 3 of Alex Green. He is about to go a lap down. The field now splitting up 3 wide, big wheels out of those 3 lanes. Josh Milam in the 7, who needed that caution to keep him on the lead lap because he was just ahead of the race leaders. Used that caution to put himself inside the top 10. The 7 of Josh Milam right there in contention for a win with 7 laps to go. Zach Workman continues to be your race leader. Who is going to win the opening race of season number 9 here in the Grand National Series? Alex Green stays to the high side. He goes 1 lap down. That gives us 21 trucks on the lead lap. BK Anderson in the 903. Last truck on the lead lap. A caution right now would really upset a lot of things. Drivers would scramble to try and be in the correct position at the right time to try and finish this race out. Now we're down to 6 laps to go. JD Crow in the 5. Have not talked a whole lot about JD Crow. I'll tell you, he has gained 19 spots to be where he is right now on track. Zach Fritsch in the 12. Looked like he got in the wall coming off of turn number 2. Dave Hunt in the 53 going another lap down. We do have quite a few trucks out of the race with 5 laps to go. Let me give you some housekeeping. Not a very good housekeeper, so gonna catch up here in the last 5 laps. On pit road being serviced. Oh no, we're not gonna get to it because there's one truck going airborne, flipping over and over as the yellow flag comes out. Richard Kuhn in the 47 has got some serious damage on his truck. Take a look and see what happened to the 47 of Richard Kuhn. And iRacing Physics has caught out the 47 once again. SpaceX needs to contact iRacing to figure out how to launch vehicles as efficiently as iRacing can. Richard Kuhn going airborne, lands on the roof. Thank goodness that this is a simulator and not a game, because if it was a game, that 47 would have been hurt. Take another look. Shane Posey, Eric Laurie, Zach Fritsch, all making contact that triggers a big reaction. So yellow flag flies once again. All right, we're down to 3 laps to go. Oh. All right. Put your thinking caps on, ladies and gentlemen. And Alan Fritsch, I use that term loosely. The 19 of Zach Workman is your race leader. JD Crow in the 5. Probably going to restart to his outside. Gabe Butler in the 88 on the inside of row number 2 for the restart. And then we have Vicente Guerrero going to restart on the outside of row number 2. Now, here's where your thinking cap comes in. Put yourself in the shoes of any one of these drivers. Come up with a plan and execute that plan perfectly. All I have to say is good luck. What a wild opening race for season number 9 this has been. Lights have gone out on the Chevy Silverado. Recalls have been issued, and I will be underpaid to fix the lights on that Silverado. Now here we go once again. Zach Workman in the 19, your race leader. He has chosen the inside lane for this restart. JD Crow, no slouch at a super speedway race himself, will restart on the outside. Gabe Butler in the 88, Irish. I know he told me why, but I do not remember why he flies the Irish flag. I'm gonna have to get doubled up on that. The 14 of Vicente on the outside of the 88. Josh Milam in the 7, and the 6 of Cody Nagels, who has been involved in multiple incidents here tonight, finds himself on the outside of row number 3 for the restart. 77 of David Booth and the 63 of Logan, the Kid Helton, for row number 4. Here we go for our first attempt at a green white checkered finish. Pace truck down and away. Zach Workman in the 19 grabs the throttle. Green flag is back out, and here we go. Through turns 1 and 2, the 19 of Zach Workman down on the bottom. Trucks in trouble on the backstretch. The 60, that is a McCullough of Chris McCullough. No caution flag just yet. Onto the front stretch. Zach Workman still holds on to the race lead. He's being pushed hard by the 88 of Gabe Butler. Final lap as the white flag flies. We're going to have this race in the next flag, whether it be a checkered or a caution. Here they come, the 19 of Zach Workman being pushed by Gabe Butler. JD Crow in the 5 to the outside. JD Crow in trouble. He's going to collect Josh Milam in the 7. They gather it back in and keep going. But Workman and Gabe Butler are able to escape that without contact. Down on the bottom lane they go. Running single file right now. Coming off at turn number 4. Can someone make a move? Here we go. Onto the front stretch. Zach Workman in the 19 being pushed by the 88 is going to win the race. Workman, Butler, and Booth, your podium finishing drivers. How about that race finish, ladies and gentlemen? That was outstanding to kick off the season opening race. As Zach Workman makes his way around the speedway, your race winner being congratulated by Crosby in the 33, turned around backwards, makes contact with David Booth. What a finish this one was. All right, I'll tell you what, I have missed being out here on Wednesday nights because our drivers let it all hang out on Wednesday night, and Zach Workman in the 19 did everything he can to make that happen. So I am trying to set up my post-race show. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's gather in and talk to our race winner. That is none other than the 19 of Zach Workman. Zach, how you doing?
Pretty good, man. Didn't expect that, but got the dub.
All right, well, tell us a little bit about what it took to make that happen.
Well, it first took changing the truck to yellow. I guess that's our lucky color. But no, it just first stage we got into a wreck there with Ken and Zach Fritsch, so we had to use our fast repair. Just kind of stayed in the back, bided our time, and the wreck, like lap 55, 56 around there. Got lucky that we didn't get in the wreck. We all had to pit one more time. We were not good on gas, so we're gonna have to pit there. I was just waiting when James Mayer was gonna go down because I was kind of waiting because my other teammates were on the outside, so I knew they couldn't pit with me. And a caution happened, and we got through it somehow. We just stayed P1, took fuel, and had our Monday teammate Gabe Butler just push us to the win. Totally could have went on the outside, but Gabe's a pro, and he stayed with me, and I really appreciate that. Real nice teammate I have on Monday.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, it's been really hard for me to call a Wednesday race for the opening race of this season, knowing how everyone works on a Monday night. But here you were, the 19, Zach Workman, picking up the first win of the race of season 9 here in the Grand National Series. Man, congratulations. Final shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Again, I want to thank my Wednesday teammates, Fritsch, Peter, Jeff, Nate Warren was also in there, and Jeff Crosby Sr. I see he got a top 10, so good finish for him. Yeah, we thanks to them, they helped me get up there. We also had Tyler, but he left early. Thanks again, Gabe, for the push. Couldn't do it without him. So definitely owe him one. Thanks to the new sponsor, Racing Bros Podcast. Check them out wherever you get podcasts. And thanks for all the support from my parents and you guys up in turn 3. Love seeing the broadcast, and I'm definitely love seeing this one after.
All right, that is Zach Workman, our race winner, kicking off this season in spectacular fashion. Once again, nice job, Zach Workman, on picking up the win. Now, let's talk to our second place finisher. That is the driver of the 88, and we'll just call him Gabe Butler. And Gabe, that Bootnaka 88 Guinness machine puts itself on second place of the podium.
Yeah, not bad. Worked out, I guess, with all the cautions, and pushed my meter teammate there on Mondays to a win. Glad he won it.
Well, Gabe, that 88 laid down a heck of a lap there to get it done, but man, your qualifying times were a little bit lower than normal, but however, we still find you on the podium.
Yeah, I mean, worked with JD and Eric all night, so you know, if you don't have any help here on these super speedways, you're just gonna be in trouble. And JD got unlucky there at the end. He was in a good position maybe for the win, and got caught up in that last accident. But it's all good.
All right, Gabe, well, a second place finish to start off the season. 18 races. When do you think you will pick up a win this season?
Next week. How's that?
Perfect. I like it. I love the enthusiasm, and that is exactly the answer I would give in an interview where I was second place.
Well, we'll see what we can do, man.
All right, Gabe, man, nice job out here tonight. Shout outs, thank yous you'd like to give.
Quick shout out to OP, yourself for doing a fantastic broadcast, and my teammates in Bootnaka.
All right, that is Gabe Butler, driver of the 88, bringing it home in second place here tonight with an outstanding drive. Now, let's bring in our third and final driver of the podium. That is the 77 of David Booth. And David Booth, man, I'll tell you what, when we talked pre-race, you had to make some changes in the pre-race. Looks like they worked out.
Yeah, they did. Got lucky.
Well, tell us a little bit about how your luck worked in your favor.
Oh, just being at the right place at the end. You know, I knew it had to be up front, had to figure out a way to get there, and I had a fortunate, was able to get through some accidents without being scathed too much, and didn't have to use a fast repair or anything like that. So just right place, right time.
When this 77 looked good, I'll tell you what, that's a good number to see on the podium.
Yeah, I know. I keep on wanting to keep it from you.
All right, David. Well, man, that 77 does bring home in third for the opening race of the season. What can we see out of you the rest of the season? I know you had to step away for a little bit on Monday nights, but 18 races. How's your schedule look?
Well, you know, like I said, I might have to take a little bit of a break, so I'm hoping, but it's a good start to give me some good points. But I'm hoping I can stay up here in the front. I was, you know, the last season I was in the chase. I almost made it to the Final Four, so I'm hoping to do the same thing this year and get up there and make it to the Final Four and win a championship for Checker Flag. That'd be good.
All right, man. Well, nice job out here tonight. Any other final shout outs or thank yous?
Well, always, you know, like I said, my teammates at Checker Flag, you guys, the OP, racing, and of course my wife. She lets me race. So, anyways, just thank you to all. It's fun being out here.
All right, man. Well, nice job here tonight. Thank you very much for sticking around for this post-race interview. We look forward to seeing you in victory lane once again.
All right, KR. Have a good one.
That is David Booth, driver of the 77, bringing it home in third place here tonight with the opening race of season 9 for the OP Racing Grand National Series. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me here tonight. There is a whole lot left, but to go through our race results for this Levy Designs 175, your race winner, Zach Workman, Gabe Butler second, third place, and final step of the podium, that is David Booth. Jeff Crosby brings it home in fourth. Crosby Jr. brings it home in fourth. Have to remember there are 2 of them here in the Wednesday night series. Logan Helton rounds out your top 5. Vicente Guerrero in 6th. Jeff Crosby Sr. 7th. Cody Nagels 8th. 9th goes to Josh Milam. JD Crow finishing 10th. 11th goes to Donald Stewart. Mark Mann in the 04 finishing in 12th. 13th, Rick Sebrands. Zach Fritsch 14th. Peter DeBorgia rounds out your top 15. Les Levy in 16th spot. 17th goes to Eric Laurie. And BK Anderson in 18th. 19th goes to Chris McCullough. Jimmy Reynolds 20th. 21st, Lynn McNeese. Nathan Warren 22nd. Shane Posey 23rd. Jared Forbes 24th. 25th goes to Adam Evans. Richard Kuhn 26th. Alex Green 27th. 28th goes to Sebastian Marin, your pole sitter. David Hunt in 29th. 30th, DJ Mitchell. James Mayer 31st. 32nd, Tyler Miller. Todd Poston 33rd. 34th goes to Ernie Williams Jr. Bob Lacavera 35th. Richard Sanchez in 36th spot. 37th, Sean Stevens. And Ken McCullough in our final starting spot of 38th spot. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me here tonight for the opening race of season number 9 for the Grand National Series. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope you all gave a thumbs up to all of the drivers here tonight. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday night for another outstanding race. So until then, y'all stay safe and have a good night.